Good evening. The state television company Western Armenia represents the most important events of these days. Today's broadcast. Congratulation of the President of Western Armenia, Armenak Abrahamyan, on March 8. Armenian Keeper of World Time, Vartan Sirmakes. Petition of Russian Armenian organizations to UNESCO regarding crossstones destroyed in Azerbaijan. The Francophone country's film festival to be held in Armenia. In US passed away the survivor of genocide against Armenians. Today, on March 8, we celebrate International Women's Day. We are celebrating this day at the second week of spring, 2 weeks before the birth of New Year, to honor the perpetual work of Mother Nature in her infinite cycle of life. We all know the story of the Armenian woman. We know her joy, her suffering, her sacrifice. Armenian woman is the woman who has endured all the tortures and who gave birth to all these children who today inhabit our mountains. Therefore, we will lead you, beings of will and persistence, since we cannot do anything else, because you are the only flame of our existence, mentioned President Armenak Abrahamyan in his speech. The brand of Swiss watches Frank Muller is known worldwide. Co-founder and CEO of Frank Muller, Vartan Sirmakes, was born in Constantinople in 1956 in a family of Armenian jewelers. He moved to Geneva at the age of 18 following the advice of his uncle who had been living there since 1952. Having studied at the College Saint-Benoît, Constantinople's renowned French school, he had already mastered the French language. Upon his arrival in Geneva in 1974, he started a jewel setting apprenticeship with Antonio Bertolini. As soon as he obtained his diploma, he set up his own workshop. His reputation grew rapidly. The small workshop soon turned into a large company. His passion for design, architecture, and beautiful objects has inspired to diversify his business and enter the watch case business. The collaboration was very successful, and they acquired prestigious clients such as Daniel Roth. This was his first step into the watch industry. The manufacturing of high-end watches had become his goal, and for this he found in Frank Muller a suitable partner. The success was immediate and tremendous. The company's goal was to create exceptional watches that would differ in their sophisticated designs and original designs. Vartan Sirmakes is one of the most active personalities of the Armenian diaspora. In 2011, he was appointed as the Consul General of Armenia in Marseille. He is also one of the major investors in the economy of Armenia and Artsakh. He is the president of Arm Swiss Bank and the co-owner of Arad Football Club. In 2018, the businessman declared his readiness to expand participation in the Armenian economy. The project Build Armenia, created by him for the repatriation of Armenians to their homeland, plans to spend $100 million at the initial stage. The Coordinating Council of Russian Armenian Organizations has addressed Audrey Azoulay, Director General of UNESCO, with respect to the destruction of Armenian crossstones in Azerbaijan, drawing attention to the monstrous fact of vandalism that has taken place in the Republic of Azerbaijan on the territory of the Nakhichevan Autonomous Republic, which in the past has been a part of the historical Armenia, near the city of Julfa. The cemetery had thousands of medieval Armenian khachkars. According to the International Council of Monuments and Sites, and according to Western and Armenian media sources, destruction of ancient monuments of Armenian culture has been organized by the Azerbaijani authorities. The international community, unfortunately, has left this blatant act without the proper harsh condemnation. Meanwhile, in 2010, UNESCO included Armenian khachkars into the list of objects of intangible cultural heritage of mankind. It is now generally recognized that the Armenian khachkars are masterpieces of world art. The Coordinating Council of Russian Armenian Organizations strongly condemns this attitude of the Azerbaijani authorities regarding the monuments of Armenian culture and art, appeals to assess the destruction of the khachkars in Julfa, and asks to take measures to prevent anything similar in the future. A French film festival will be held in Armenia for the third time and within the framework of Francophone movement. This film festival will take place from March 11 to 18 at Moscow Cinema in capital city Yerevan. At press conference, French Ambassador Jonathan Lecote informed that 11 films from France, Switzerland, Canada, and Belgium will be screened at the festival. To note, Belgium will participate in the festival for the first time. Admissions to these movies will be free. All the films will have either Armenian or Russian subtitles. A 104-year-old photographer Artin Haik, who survived the genocide against Armenians, has passed away. Haik Artin Kojababian was born in Armenia in 1914, less than a week after the start of World War I. He was orphaned at the age of 5. He saw his mother dragged away by Turkish soldiers. His father, a math professor, disappeared. His family was wealthy and among the ruling class in the Armenian village of Hajin. Haik worked as a White House photographer, and he snapped photos of the most famous Washington resident. Haik and 2 assistants always traveled to the White House early to set up lights and cameras before President Franklin Roosevelt arrived. Haik got only 7 to 8 minutes to take as many pictures as he could, usually around a dozen shots, before the busy Roosevelt needed to be somewhere else. Now let us represent to your attention the song by Vigen Hovsepian.
Լանկով սարգի երդս բացի Գուլոն տուն չերն ստալացի Վայլ է գուլո yaman գուլո Գուլոն տուն չերն ստալացի Վայլ է գուլո yaman
You can find the whole version of the song in the official page of Western Armenia TV. This was all for today. Goodbye.